Hi guys, it's Mr. Stout. I'm here at home. I thought I'd put together a really quick video reviewing the 4 standard US coins. I know some of you guys are at home right now and you are working on your money math skills. And we've talked about these coins quite a bit in class, but I thought it couldn't hurt to do a quick review. Before I jump in and start talking about the coins, I want to remind you that there's 2 things we typically talk about. One is, what is the name of the coin? And the second is, what is the value? And I want you to remember that even though something is maybe bigger sometimes, doesn't always mean that it's actually worth more. So to kind of give you an example of that, I have this gigantic bag of white rice. You're probably thinking, why white rice, Mr. Stout? It's because it's something I found in my cupboard. But this is a 20-pound bag of white rice. It's actually fairly heavy, it's huge, and this bag of white rice cost me like $15, okay? So it's really big, $15. Over here, my wife was kind enough to let me borrow her wedding ring, and even though it's really itty-bitty tiny and quite a bit smaller, it's actually worth more money. So I want you to remember that because sometimes, even if something is bigger, does not necessarily mean that it's actually worth more or that it has greater value. And the reason I bring this up is because I know some of you guys will at times get confused. You'll think that the nickel is actually worth more than the dime because it's bigger. But remember, just because the nickel is bigger than the dime doesn't mean it's worth more. The dime actually has greater value than the nickel. The nickel's only worth 5 cents, and the dime is worth twice as much. It's worth 10 cents. So remember, just because something's bigger doesn't mean it has a greater value. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump straight into the coins. I'll start at the bottom. Name, first coin, penny. Value, 1 cent, okay? And I like to describe each coin. My hope is that there will be some things that kind of help you remember, hey, that's a penny, hey, that's a nickel. So some describing features. A penny is copper, which is kind of like a reddish brown. It's the only coin that's going to be a reddish brown. So if you see that coin, you should know that it's a penny. On the front, you have the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Okay, he's got really, really short hair. I don't know if you can see him right there. And then on the back, you have the Lincoln Monument. Okay. You probably have heard me refer to this monument as Flat House. If you look really close at the back of the penny, there's a building and it has a flat roof. So flat roof, Lincoln Monument on the back, Abraham Lincoln on the front, and this is the penny. It's worth 1 cent. Our next coin is the nickel. Name, nickel, value, 5 cents. This coin has Thomas Jefferson on the front of it, and Thomas Jefferson was our 3rd president. And on the back, you'll see his plantation. It's another building, and it has kind of a round roof. So this is how you can remember the nickel. There's a round roof building on the back. You have Thomas Jefferson on the front. He's got really long hair. And you can also read the writing on the nickel. If you look really close, it says 5 cents. So nickel, 5 cents. Our next coin is a dime. Our dime has a man with really short hair on the front. This was FDR, President Roosevelt. He was our 32nd president. And remember, he's got really short hair. It's the smallest coin in actual size. So it's smaller than the nickel. And it's even smaller than the penny by a little bit. So even though it's smaller in size, it's worth more. It's worth 10 cents. And if you look on the back of the penny, you'll see a torch, okay? Kind of like a torch that an explorer might have if they were exploring a cave. And it, just like the nickel, it says 1 dime. So dime, 10 cents. And my last coin that I wanted to review today, this is the best coin out of the 4 standard US coins, and that is because it is worth the most. It has the greatest value. This coin has President George Washington on the front. He was our 1st president, And you'll see different things on the back of a quarter. Sometimes it's a state, sometimes it's a bald eagle. But here you go, here's a quarter. Its value is 25 cents. And it is the largest in size out of the 4 standard US coins. And it is also the largest in value. So real quick run through. Penny, 1 cent. Nickel, 5 cents. Dime, 10 cents. Quarter, 25 cents. I hope everything is well, and hopefully that was a nice little refresher for you guys at home. Take care. Bye.